So let me just introduce myself a little. I'm Jonathan Horn. I'm founder and CEO of Treefera. Treefera has been going probably 3 years now, just under. And before that I was a banker, or worked in banking, and then previously to that I was a physicist. So I grew up on a farm, so I've always been super interested in nature and nature-based things in general. As a physicist I was super interested in fluid dynamics and how the world worked in general, and it was my first opportunity to use artificial intelligence. And then during my career in banking, it was all about using, again, data, artificial intelligence, and really trying to understand assets. And one of the most difficult assets to understand, and becoming now the most important asset to understand, is nature. So I transitioned really to Treefera to use that knowledge from banking and physics to think about evaluating nature in a way that's more productive for the future. So Treefera is an AI first company. What I mean by that is we try and use AI as a first port of call. I wouldn't use AI without the right checks and balances. So I think humans in the loop is vital with AI, but everything we do is based on artificial intelligence. So analysing forests, analysing kelp, all of this is related to various different types of AI. And as you guys know, there's many different ways and places that AI can help, but it's everything from helping develop code, helping make decisions, helping analyse images. It's literally in every part of the business. So our vision really is that in the future, now and in the future, nature-based solutions are going to be a much more important part of how the economy is run in general. So historically what we've always done is thought there's the economy and then there's nature as separate. Now we realise that through things like CO2 emissions, the earth and our impact on the natural world is part and parcel of our kind of total existence. So we need to consider those things as part of the economy. So this radical transformation that's taking place is for people to now understand that emissions, how we treat the natural world, all of those things have a big impact. We've got a client in Canada. His business to date has really been about helping process waste from mines, waste wood and other waste materials. Using the Treefera platform, he's reimagined his business, and he's now part of a group of people who are looking to move from things like the trees and forests around these mines. They're moving from logging those forests to not logging those forests. They're using the Treefera platform to identify dead and diseased trees, which they then process into biochar, which is also good for the forest. So they're having a tangible impact, positive impact on forests in Canada as a result of our collaboration and use of the platform. So if we just take again Treefera's kind of thinking about nature-based assets, obviously these are distributed right throughout the world. It's a vast space. The technology stack that we use overall, or bring together, is satellite technology, drone technology, cloud technology from a data and processing point of view, artificial intelligence, all of these things that some of which weren't even possible 5 years ago. We're bringing all of those things together to deliver information on nature-based assets at a massive scale. RebelDot was recommended to me by a colleague in my previous roles. What's been brilliant about working with RebelDot is we've been able to really accelerate our journey to bring our ideas to market. They've been amazing in helping us develop our user interface, particularly, and the user experience. And so most of our partnering with RebelDot, and the partnership has gone on for some time now, has been about essentially bringing to life the underlying platform, so the data in the platform that's synthesized through satellite and artificial intelligence, bringing that to people in a way that they can understand. So the thing I love about working with RebelDot is they've got a broad range of professional skills, and I think they are exceptionally good at bringing teams together that really help accelerate the journey. So I think if we take sustainability in its broadest sense, like decarbonising the global economy, I think there's a whole variety of ways that we can use technology. Number one way I think is we can become much more sensitive to the things that we're consuming. So by becoming much more frugal with the way that we use materials, that we consume electricity, we consume resources, all of that can be helped by AI. AI is very good at searching for kind of ways that we can reduce all of that. By being more frugal and less wasteful, we can have an immediate and quite substantial impact on sustainability. So I think from an entrepreneurial point of view, this space that we're in is a huge space. If you think, what is the challenge? The challenge is to decarbonise the global economy. When you just think in those terms, that's a $3, $4, $5 trillion kind of opportunity, if you like. So it couldn't be any bigger in terms of opportunity for entrepreneurs. So there's many spaces that people can get involved in that. And I think going back to the kind of discussion about AI, I think there's going to be a big sea change in the use of AI, the use of compute, the use of cloud storage and so on. I think people will start to wake up to that in itself could be a massive and growing problem. So there's a huge amount of opportunity for solutions in that space. So how do we store less? How do we calculate less? How do we compute less? It doesn't mean like going back in time. It means thinking very carefully about how we use particularly computing resource. Now obviously I'm in the tech space, so I'm sort of super interested in this. But if you think, you know, CPUs, the heart of all of computing since the, 60s, we're now starting to think actually maybe that component itself is too generalized. So you may even see the radical transformation of computer architecture in the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years, so that each of these chips becomes more specialist and therefore more efficient in what it's doing. So I think this space is enormous and extremely rapidly changing. Anything like that is always going to be great for